2 by 1, take 1.
Satyajit Ray was born into a cultured Calcutta family on 2nd May 1921. He majored in economics at the University of Calcutta, but found his real calling was in the study of painting and art history at Santiniketan. In 1942, he returned to work in an advertising agency, and during his time as an illustrator, the book Pathar Panchali, a classic Bengali novel by Vibhuti Bhushan Bandyopadhyay.
In fact, before we started, we discussed this with a lot of film people, and they said, no, you can't shoot in rain, you can't shoot on a dull day, you can't do this, you can't do that. So we made some experiments with a 16mm camera, shooting under all kinds of light conditions. We found that everything came out. So we decided to do the realistic kind of photography.
Maybe there is a streak. I have never been very conscious. I have never thought about it myself, whether I'm a mystic or not. But these things appeal to me. And certainly when I was adapting Vibhuti Bhushan Banerjee's novel, he was a mystic.
Satyajit Ray became an internationally reputed director with his very first film, which was considered among the best in the world. Pathar Panchali received a standing ovation from all present and won the prestigious Best Human Documentary Film Award.
And there was a German professor who was teaching English. He's a Jewish refugee who used to play the piano. There was a piano in Tagore's home. In the big, huge building downstairs, there was a piano. He would play the piano and I would turn the pages for him. That's how it helped me to learn staff notation. And we used to listen to records together in the evening. See, I once made a film called The Goddess, Devi. It dealt with religious dogmatism. It didn't attack religion as such. But people were writing in the papers that, because Mr. Ray is not a Hindu, he was a Brahmo, he's making such films against Hinduism and all that. But they are stupid people, you can't take them into account. This happens in India all the time. And people don't, we have a fairly backward audience here, I must say, in spite of the film society movement and all that. If you consider the large audience, it's a backward audience, unsophisticated audience, exposed to the commercial Hindi cinema more than anything else.
In 1967, Ray wrote a script called The Alien and went to Hollywood to set it up. Years later, in 1982, when Steven Spielberg's E.T., the extraterrestrial was released, Ray saw striking similarities to the Alien, suggesting Spielberg's film would not have been possible without my script being available throughout America in mimeographed copies.
Long before E.T., and my science fiction screenplay was germinated from that story, The Alien. I wrote a science fiction story called The Alien, screenplay, full screenplay, which was supposed to be financed by Columbia. That is why I spent 5 weeks in Hollywood in connection with that. It's only that I had a person who was working as a middleman who behaved peculiarly, and the idea had to be dropped. But many ideas in The Alien are in E.T., and there were mimeographed copies of my screenplay in Hollywood, hundreds of them at Columbia. And lots of people have read the screenplay. And there was a little news item in a Los Angeles paper. Some Indian boy had read the script and seen E.T., and he gave out to the press that Mr. Steven Spielberg has stolen ideas from Satyajit Ray. And Spielberg, of course, denied it.
Satyajit Ray written in prologue of their book, is all this then a presage of something bright, something hopeful and positive, something that will lift the gloom and change the face of our films? I wish I could believe so. But the rude fact is, cinema has never been save writers.
He writes the screenplay. He composes the music. He directs it. He operates the camera. He half lights the set. Certainly he works with the lighting cameraman in such detail that any source of light or change that he wants, he gets. He edits his own films. Almost as Chaplin did.
And so you face this problem, but you make the kind of films, I make the kind of films that I want to make. I make the kind of films that I enjoy making, that engages my attention, my creativity. That's all I can do.